Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to tonight's episode of Poetry Live. Tonight, I'm going to be reading some Emily Bronte for you all. So, hello and welcome. Hello, Amy. Hello. Who else have we got in here? Oh, everyone's disappearing off there. God bless Postcode. Hello, Queen. Hello. Come in. Welcome to tonight's episode. How are you? How was your weekend? He says, grabbing himself. This book's going to keep closing, otherwise drive me nuts. Hi, hello, Arkadina. Hello. Come in. Welcome. Hello, V. Hello, everyone. How are you all? I'm doing very well. Looking forward to getting into this week. Feeling very excited for all of this. So hello, Kathy. Welcome. I hope you're all having a grand old time today. Hello, Kathy. Obviously very excited to have Emily Bronte. Kathy did request some Bronte. We did a little bit on Friday's show, but I think good old Emily, we deserve to do her in a bit more detail, which is my plan for tonight. So hopefully you guys will enjoy what's in store. Hello, Danny. Come in. Welcome. Take up a seat. Sit yourself down and get yourself ready for tonight's show. Excellent. Well, I'm glad, Kathy. We'll give it another minute or so, and then we'll get into doing tonight's poems, which I'm very excited about. It should be a jolly good time to be had by all. He says, grabbing his book. And I think that tonight I will begin with Remembrance by Emily Jane Bronte. Cold in the earth, and the deep snow piled above thee, far removed, cold in the dreary grave. Have I forgot my only love to love thee, served at last by time's all-severing wave? Now, when alone, do my thoughts no longer hover over the mountains on that northern shore, resting their wings where heath and fern leaves cover thy noble heart for evermore? Cold in the earth, and 15 wild Decembers from those brown hills have melted into spring. Faithful indeed is the spring that remembers after such years of change and suffering. Sweet love of youth, forgive if I forget thee, while the world's tide is bearing me along. Other desires and other hopes beset me, hopes which are obscure but cannot do thee wrong. No later light has lightened up my heaven, no second morn has ever shone for me. All my life's bliss from thy dear life was given, all my life's bliss is in the grave with thee. But when the days of golden dreams had perished, and even despair was powerless to destroy, then did I learn how existence could be cherished, strengthened and fed without the aid of joy. Then did I check my tears of useless passion, weaned my young soul from yearning after thine, sternly denied its burning wish to hasten down to that tomb already more than mine. And even yet I dare not let it languish, dare not indulge in memory's rapturous pain, once drinking deep of that divinest anguish. How could I seek the empty world again? Hello Paul, that was Remembrance by Emily Jane Bronte to get us started off this evening. Bless poor Emily. She is in various ways one of the most melancholy poets that you will come across. Poor old Emily. I always want to give Emily a big hug. Bless her. She was so lonely, wasn't she, really? Poor old Emily. This is going to be a lonely evening, by the way, as we go through Emily Bronte. Not a lot of humour here. Emily is quite taken up in death. Very much kind of like she's like a female Keats, really. I think you get a lot of parallels between the two of them here. So this next poem is The Old Stoic. Riches I hold in light esteem, and love I laugh to scorn, and lust of fame was but a dream that vanished with the morn. And if I pray, the only prayer that moves my lips for me is leave the heart that now I bear and give me liberty. Yes, as my swift days near their goal, 'tis all that I implore. In life and death, a chainless soul, with courage to endure. Now, The Old Stoic is an interesting poem for me, particularly this request to leave the heart that now I bear and give me liberty. The question being, who is she making this demand of? What is this demand being caused by? I have a loose page in this book. No, just about the cut page. See, for me, I think here what we have is very possibly Miss Bronte, her heart belonging to somebody else, her loving somebody else, almost wanting to untangle that love becoming a burden for her, especially sort of unrealised love becoming this chain for her, and her just wanting to be free of it. It's a sad thing to think, but I suppose it can be quite unendurable at times. This next poem, though, is My Lady's Grave. The linnet in the rocky dells, the moorlark in the air, the bee among the heather bells that hide my lady fair. The wild deer browse above her breast, the wild birds raise their brood, and they, her smiles of love caressed, have left her solitude. I believe that when the grave's dark wall did first her form retain, they thought their hearts could never recall the light of joy again. They thought the tide of grief would flow unchecked through future years, but where is all their anguish now, and where are all their tears? Well, let them fight for honour's breath, or pleasure's shade pursue. The dweller in the land of death is changed and careless too. And if their eyes should watch and weep till sorrow's source were dry, she would not, in her tranquil sleep, return a single sigh. Blow west wind by the lonely mound, and murmur summer streams There is no need of other sound to soothe my lady's dreams. That, I think, quite a touching poem, that one. I think, for me, I don't know about you guys, I like that idea that for the dead, those words of the living aren't going to cause them to mean anything. They're not going to react to it. Oh no, Susan, no electricity! Oh, we don't like power cuts. But still comforted by those natural elements, the natural sound, and the west wind blowing there to soothe the lady's sleep. I quite like that. It reminds me of a very sad Victorian children's book called At the Back of the North Wind, where the wind is alive, and the south wind, and the west wind, and the east wind. All these winds are alive and quite human. I think in there, the idea of the soothing, kind west wind. I was about 15 once here. Oh, 15 minutes once here. Well, I live in the country, and usually what happens, I live in the country, everyone knows I live in the country now. Usually what happens when I get back home, I will find my sort of oven blinking at me because I will get power cuts quite regularly while I'm out of the house. Fortunately, they don't bother me. Occasionally we get them at night. And actually it reminds me, I need some new candles. I'm out of candles for the next time we have a power cut happen. So thank you for reminding me. I'm not sure where our wires are. They're somewhere. I think they're up. I'm pretty sure they're up. Up somewhere on pylons. Fairly shoddy wires as well. Anyway, this next poem, following with the cheery strain of Emily, this is the last lines. No coward soul is mine, no trembler in the world's storm-troubled sphere. I see heaven's glories shine, and faith shines equal, arming me from fear. O God, within my breast, almighty, ever-present deity, life that in me has rest, as I, undying life, have power in thee. Vain are the thousand creeds that move men's hearts, unterribly vain, worthless as withered weeds, or idlest froth amid the boundless main. To awaken doubt in one holding so fast by thine infinity, so surely anchored on the steadfast rock of immortality, with wide embracing love thy spirit animates eternal years, pervades and broods above, changes, sustains, dissolves, creates, and rears. Though earth and man were gone, and sun and universes ceased to be, and thou were left alone, every existence would exist in thee. There is not room for death, nor atom that his might could render void. Thou art being and breath. What thou art may never be destroyed. There we go. No coward soul is mine. It's a very powerful poem by Bronte, talking, I think, about that power of God, its persistence, the ability to survive all of this, and the weakness within kind of human hearts there. So thank you, Susan. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm just going to do one last Bronte poem tonight. It's a longer Bronte poem. A bit of a dark poem, this one. Quite sad. This is a death scene. Thank you, Kathy. I'm glad you enjoyed that. O day, he cannot die, when thou so fair art shining. O sun in such a glorious sky, so tranquilly declining, he cannot leave thee now, while fresh west winds are blowing, and all around his youthful brow thy cheerful light is glowing. Edward, awake, awake. The golden evening gleams, warm and bright on Arden's lake. Arouse thee from thy dreams, beside thee on my knee, my dearest friend, I pray, that thou to cross the eternal sea wouldst yet 1 hour delay. I hear its billows roar, I see them foaming high, but no glimpse of a further shore has blessed my straining eye. Believe not what they urge of Eden isles beyond. Turn back from that tempestuous surge to thy own native land. It is not death, but pain that struggles in thy breast. Nay, rally, rally, Edward, rouse again. I cannot let thee rest. One long look that sore reproved me for the woe I could not bear. One mute look of suffering moved me to repent my useless prayer. And with sudden check the heaving of distraction passed away. Not a sign of further grieving stirred my soul that awful day. Paled at length the sweet sun setting, sunk to peace the twilight breeze. Summer dews fell softly, wetting glen and dale and silent trees. Then his eyes began to weary wade beneath a mortal sleep, and their orbs grew strangely dreary, clouded even as they would weep. But they wept not, but they changed not, never moved and never closed. Troubled still, and still they ranged not, wondered, nor yet reposed. So I knew that he was dying, stooped and raised his languid head, felt no breath and heard no sighing. So I knew that he was dead. There we go, ladies and gents, the end of tonight's Emily Bronte. That was a death scene. Quite beautifully drawn, but very, very sad as well. Tonight's one by Bronte. How was that for you, ladies and gents? That was a bit of a heavier episode. We don't usually get that heavy. Well, we do actually fairly often get that heavy. But there we go. There we go. We'll do something a little bit more upbeat for tomorrow night. Thank you, Danny. Thank you. Tomorrow night, he says, what shall we go and do? He's pulling out tomorrow night. I think tomorrow night, actually, Danny, I'm just checking. I think I have got Rolf down for tomorrow night. Where are we? He says checking. I've got a system, Danny. I've got a system And yes, there you go, Danny. It's Roth tomorrow night. Sorted. You have finally got Roth. Thank you, Paul. Well, we do get it. Danny has finally got her Roth for tomorrow night. It's in there. It's booked in. That's what we like to see, ladies and gents. Sorted. An Excel sheet, even, Paul. It's an Excel sheet. It helps to keep me on track. But yes, we've got it coming up tomorrow night. We've got some Roth coming. That should be fun. Looking forward to that. Keep requests coming in, though, by the way, guys. Always good to know what I should be reading. And thank you, Kathy. Thank you for Emily tonight. She's such a strong, talented, beautiful poet. And her ability to really nail those scenes and emotions. As I say, very much like a female Keats. Very much in that respect. Rummy? On 12th of... What's this Rummy, Paul? What's Rummy? I'm not getting the reference. I feel confused. I'm lost. Lost, Paul. You're going to 2017. What's 2017? I'm lost, Paul. Lost with the Rummy reference. I'm sure it's something good. I'm sure it's something good. Something's happening in 2017. But I'm not sure what. But we'll be doing some poetry by Roth tomorrow night. Excellent. Looking forward to that. Who's Rummy, Paul? Introduce me to this Rummy, Paul. What is this Rummy? Introduce me. But that should be good fun. I can't wait. My spreadsheet predicts. Gin Rummy. As in the game, Paul. As in the game. I'm lost. As in Gin Rummy the game. I'm lost. I'm lost, Paul. Trapped in a world of confusion. Very. That's it. That makes me sound all kinds of. Here we go. It doesn't know the future. Well, it might know the future. One day this Excel sheet might become sentient and alive, Paul. You never know. At which point I'm sure I'll be in big trouble. But hey ho. Anyway, Roth tomorrow night. Rummy's coming round the bend. My Excel sheet is likely to become alive and predict the future. We'll just have to wipe it periodically to bring it down. But Roth coming up tomorrow night, and that should be fun. Thank you so much, guys, for coming down tonight and sharing this with me. Thank you, Queen and Kathy and Danny and Susan and Paul. That was a lot of fun. I think we're there now, Paul. But I am flagging, ladies and gents. If you don't mind, I'm going to run off and grab myself some shut-eye, and then I will see you all tomorrow for some more show. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I'm going to go stick my head down. Bye-bye.